everyone and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where I'm not going to forget to eat my crafting food again. Goodness, I keep forgetting lately. It is awful. It is an awful habit and I need to break it. Let's see. Best I'm seeing, or at least lowest level I'm seeing, is Boiled Bream, which gives 10% control. I'm good with that. Today we are taking care of our level 30 Leatherworker quest. Hello there, Geva. How is it going? What do you got for me today? Guildmaster Geva has a special request for an experienced leatherworker. Well, I'm glad that you're calling me experienced implicitly. There you are, Satora, just the leatherworker I was looking for. Well, one of several I would consider asking, but that's beside the point. Anyway, I have a task for you. Mere moments ago, we received an older gentleman who demanded that we give his commission priority. Needless to say, I refused him without hesitation and had him thrown out. In retrospect, however, I believe his forwardness may have owed more to desperation than mere impatience. Could you perhaps speak with this client on my behalf? I am told he was last seen heading east in the direction of the market stalls. Of course, he may have gone further than that, but being an energetic adventurer, I'm sure you'll find him eventually. Geva, really? You really have such an opinion of me. I mean, she's not wrong, I'll do it, but she sure has a way with people, doesn't she? She means well. Alright, let's go find this customer that she turned away and hope that it's not too urgent. East of the market stalls, looks like they ended up over by the Lancers Guild. I could have taken the Aetheryte, but oh well. Alright, up we go and we'll track them down for you, Geva. And so long as it's not too urgent and desperate, I'm sure we can figure things out. And where are they? They should be right around here, I thought. Oh, they're even further down than I expected. Hello there, Camillane. How are you? I'm so sorry about Geva. She is doing her best and honestly doing a pretty good job. She's very strict, but you can't deny that it does get good quality. You are a leatherworker. Thank you for coming to see me. I know that my behavior at the guild was inexcusable. It's fine, I'm sure. Just, try not to get on Jeva's bad side. She gets in a mood. Permit me to start from the beginning. I heard tell of a new brand of leather goods that was cheaper than Fenyi, but just as well made. Not being a wealthy man, I saw no reason to spend the extra gil and purchase some of these Ungerbotha branded leather armor for my boy, only to be disappointed. Ah, them. Okay? Oh dear. To an untrained eye, it may seem fit for purpose, but I served as a wood whaler for many years and could tell at a glance that it was no match for Ixali weapons. I have not had one of these pop up in a little while. I was getting kind of excited that they might not be around anymore, at least for a bit. And I don't know why it's not letting me just manually... There we go. I'm not sure why it wasn't letting me just tab over to it. Very odd. Anyways, they made it fast and cheap as advertised, but had I known the quality would be so bloody awful, I would have found the extra gil and gone to Fenyi Fineries in the first place. I know what I ask is unreasonable, but my boy's about to enlist in the Whalers, and I wanted to give him something that would last a lifetime. Something that his son could wear when the time came. I swear, that Angerbotha stuff wouldn't keep him alive long enough to even have a son. I completely understand your concern. Please, would you make me a Toadskin jacket? I absolutely will. Let me just go... Oh, I forgot to turn off the virtual mouse. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I don't think things were quite so desperate that you needed to try and get priority, but I certainly understand your urgency. I'll go speak with Geva and try and smooth things over. I'm kind of in the middle on this one. Jeva's not wrong. It's not fair to other customers to demand priority over really anything. They are a business. They're trying to get their products out the door. They can't be shuffling things around and screwing over their other customers. But at the same time, I understand the urgency. Geva! I see. A gift from father to son to be passed down through the ages. Only a well-crafted item could be expected to carry generations of memories and tradition. A Toadskin jacket, was it? Well, after hearing such a tale, who could possibly refuse? Why are you looking at me like that? It was a rhetorical question, Satora. I'm not a monster! You heard his words, so you know what's at stake better than anyone. I bid you make a toadskin jacket of the highest possible quality and present it to me for inspection. Alright, sounds good. Let's do it. Toadskin jacket's a level 30 recipe. Need 2 toad leather, 1 old goat leather, and 1 dynamite sinew. Alright, let's get to that crafting. And, okay, we're not quite to getting that ability that we picked up on blacksmith and armor yet. But we should probably be getting it with this crafting log, I'm thinking. But there's an ability we should be getting soon that I kind of caught me off guard we didn't have it already. Final appraisal. That's going to be a pretty good ability. I cannot wait to get it. Remember what's at stake, Satoru. We need a quality toadskin jacket that can withstand generations of wear and tear. Well, I believe I have crafted just that. I dare say this is your best work yet. The spalders and breasts are made from the finest toadskin, and the goat skin on backing alone would provide solid protection. It strikes the perfect balance between mobility and protection, and I can find no fault with it. It's a fitting gift for a young whaler to be. I expect that Kamalain will agree. Take it to him, Satoru. Alright. I am glad that everything seems to be working out, though this Engerbotha group, this is not the first time they've caused problems by overselling their quality compared to what they actually provide. So that's definitely going to be causing problems. Heck, could have gotten this poor man's son murdered by Ixel if he hadn't caught it and gone to Fenyi before sending his son out. Well, good news, Kamalain. We have brought you your jacket. Why, oh why did I have to think about the guild? Everyone knows Fenyi goods are the best, and the best is no less than my son deserves. To think of him clanned in that Engerbotha crap when he becomes a whaler. Don't worry, sir. Your jacket has arrived. Praise the matron, a toadskin jacket. I could not have hoped for such kindness. And this craftsmanship is beyond compare. In fact, I do not believe I have ever seen finer leather equipment in all my years. My son will be thrilled to receive it. A craftsman that had never known battle could not possibly have made a jacket like this. Tell me, miss, are you? Well, of course, even Geva has seen fit to welcome capable adventurers like yourself into her guild. I hope you'll continue to share your gift with the people of Gridania, and give others the opportunity to savor your work. Well, that is some pretty high praise. And you said you were a former wood whaler yourself. So you would definitely know quality when you see it, so that makes me happy to hear. Well, Geva, looks like things are looking up. Might be a good idea to give customers a little bit more willingness to listen to them in the future, but you're also not wrong. Generally, cutting line, not great. I take it from your grin that Kamalain was satisfied. Glad to hear it. God, I'm getting fed up with this Engerbotha nonsense. First I told Dawn Merchant, and now this. Honestly, I don't know what idiotic plan they have in mind, but it's only a matter of time before word spreads. Quickly, cheaply produced goods may entice customers, but the quality goods keep them. I wonder if they'll even consider participating in the exhibition. On the one hand, there's no better way to publicize your brand, while on the other, they must surely know that they're in no position to compete with real leather workers. But I do hope they try, Satoru. I would love nothing more than to see those Engerbotha frauds get their comeuppance. To look on as artisans and merchants from every corner of Eorzea cast judgment on their works and proclaim them a disgrace. You sure do have a competitive streak, don't you? But you're not wrong. Everything they've done so far seems pretty shitty and shady. They have definitely been trying to capitalize on Fenyi's reputation and brand, while selling crappy goods for low, rushed prices. Not great. Not great for anyone. Alright then, let's go ahead and get started on the crafting log for the day. For our crafting log today, we're going to need 19 fire shards, 53 wind shards, 140 earth shards, 21 lightning shards, and finally 4 water shards. In terms of actual materials, what we're going to need is, from the North Shroud, we can mine up 2 raw lapis lazuli, and use Botany for 4 latex. We can hunt Bane Mites to the east of Falgord Float for 10 Diorite Web and 2 Diorite Sinew. Next up, in Western Thanolin, we are going to need to mine up 15 iron ore and hunt Gigantoads for 12 Gigantoad skins up north of Vesper Bay, near the Cape Westwind area. In the South Shroud, we're going to need to use our Gathering for 6 flax. In the East Shroud, up in the Bramble Patch, we're going to need to hunt boars for 13 boar hides. In the Central Shroud, we're going to need to use our Gathering for 6 cotton boll. In Southern Thanolin, we'll need to mine up 6 bomb ash down in the Sigoli Desert, the north end of the Sigoli Desert. In Eastern Thanolin, we'll need to mine up 27 Element. And we'll need to hunt Myotragus Billies and Nannies for 2 Old Goat skins. Next up, we can fight an enemy called a Hippoceraph deep in the Kurthis Central Highlands for 6 Hippogriff Sinew. But that's really out of the way and far, far from anywhere we've traveled so far. We've been to Kurthis a couple times, but we've never been anywhere near deep in as you would need to find the Hippoceraphs, at least the Hippoceraphs that Teamcrafts is listing out. So instead, I went ahead and bought the 6 Hippogriff Sinew off the market board, though if you want, you can head deep, deep, deep into like far northwest. Kurthis is what it was saying for finding those Hippoceraphs. Next up for our pre-crafts, we're going to need as blacksmith or armor to make 1 iron ingot, 6 steel ingots, 2 steel rivets. As a goldsmith, we're going to need to make 2 lapis lazuli. As a leather worker, we need to make 2 old goat leather and 12 toad leather. Next up, as leather worker, we'll need to make 13 boar leather, which we've already made. We made boar leather for some other recipes for some other crafters, so already had that marked off and already had the opportunity to make all the boar leather we need for, at least on my end. From the weaver, we're going to need to make 5 cotton yarn, which you can get from 3 crafts of cotton yarn, and 9 dew thread from 5 crafts of dew thread. We'll need to make 5 undyed velveteen, 5 linen yarn from 3 crafts of linen yarn, and then next up is a pre-craft of an item that we have not made yet. We're going to want to use some of our linen yarn to make an undyed linen. Just one of them. Let's go ahead and get this done and out of the way. There we are. And that got us a new level. Very nice. That gives us Final Appraisal, which is the ability I was mentioning earlier. Final Appraisal is nice. You use it, it costs 1 CP, and then for the next several turns, if you... Oh, we got it on Weaver. Oh well, not on Leatherworker. We'll get it on Leatherworker soon. But you use it, it costs 1 CP, and then for the next 5 steps, if you do enough progress that you would complete the synthesis normally, instead it will stop with 1 progress point remaining. That way you can make sure that you can have your progress basically ready to go with just 1 use of basic synthesis, and then do as much as you can to get as much of the quality up as you can. It's particularly useful for when you want to try to get high quality on a very tough craft, but you're not certain you'll be able to pull it off. That way you can at least guarantee you'll have the craft finished and then maximize your quality before you finish off the craft. Next up, our final pre-craft is going to be 4 rubber as an alchemist. And once all of that is done, you can just head right on down the list and we should be able to craft everything in this set of the crafting log, level 31 to 35. I did include enough ingredients that you can make 2 toadskin rings, which are in the list. And that is the only ring in the list that you would need to or want to make 2 of. So, yeah, that should be it. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up these crafts off screen. And I will see everyone next time as what are we gonna be doing next time? Looks like we are going to be returning to Lower Lenosia to continue trying to get information out of that member of the former Company of Heroes about how we're going to be beating Titan the Primal. Hopefully, we're not going to be getting information about Tidus, the protagonist of Final Fantasy X. If you've been watching the main scenario, you understand what's going on with that. I'll see everyone next time for that.